Listen, we all know what today is. It's a 2-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's passing. We understand that, and that doesn't leave us in a good mood. But if we want to get in a good mood, think about the greatness that he blessed us with throughout his illustrious career as a Los Angeles Laker. So guess what I'm doing today? It's time for an A-list. And today's A-list is about that brother, Kobe Bryant. Today I've got the top 5 Kobe Bryant moments for me personally. It's all open to debate because there were so many. But I'm going to give you my top 5 first. Number 5 on the list. Give it to me right now, please. Look at that game winner versus the Phoenix Suns 2006 playoffs. This brother gets the ball, pulls up over my brother Raja Bell, pulls up right there, and then does that MJ fist pump. There you go with Lamar Odom and those boys jumping into his arms. That was after Shaquille O'Neal was going. That was when it was clearly Kobe Bryant's team. It was before Pau Gasol arrived, obviously so. But you see what I'm talking about. Let's go to number 4 on the list, please. Give it to me right now. Kobe Bryant, this kind of hurt my feelings. I had to tell him it hurt my feelings because he did this to my New York Knicks. Came into Madison Square Garden and said, let me remind these people of who the hell I am. Madison Square Garden, February of 2009. Kobe Bryant puts on an absolute show. Dropped 61 on the New York Knicks. A victory. Now let's go to number 3 on the list, please. Give it to me right now. Give it to me. Look at this dunk versus the Denver Nuggets, okay? Behind the back, reverse slam right there, February of 2003. That was Kobe Bryant. Look at that brother right there. It was something special. Some of the best times in the history of the NBA because of some of those moments like that. But it ain't number 2 on the list. We know what number 2 is, right? Give it to me, please. 81 points against the Toronto Raptors. Our colleague, Jalen Rose. He was on that team. Coach of the year, one of the coach of the years. Sam Mitchell, he was coaching at Toronto Raptors. That's my brother. Great coach, great dude. But that particular night, boxing won, double teamed, did everything he could to Kobe Bryant. It didn't matter. He dropped 81 points. 81. Only Wilt Chamberlain's 100 has registered higher in the history of basketball. Still in all, just because you scored 81 points, that didn't make it number 1. Here's what number 1 was to me. I was there in attendance. His final game of his career, April of 2016, Kobe Bryant versus the Utah Jazz, when he dropped 60. When Jay-Z was courtside, when Snoop Dogg was in attendance with himself doing a selfie, going crazy. This is the show that Kobe Bryant put on, pulling up from everywhere, on his last legs, with his family in attendance. I was there. The stars came out. It was his final game, and it was a spectacular, spectacular memory he left for us all. These are my top 5 moments for me personally in the career of Kobe Bryant. There are others I could have easily put in here because he had so many, but they just jumped out of my mind. I'm giving it to you.
No debate with that list for the first time. Stephen A., very well done. You didn't get the reverse dunk on Minnesota, but you couldn't get everything, obviously.
Too many.
Mamba out. How about 60 his final game? I forgot about that till you brought that up.
It's crazy.
Marcus, where are you on this? Any other memories that Stephen A. left off?
Nah, phenomenal list. The one I would say is when he threw the alley to Shaq.
Yeah.
And you realize the evolution of Kobe Bryant's game.
I was there too.
And how he was willing,
too, Marcus.
how he was willing to take a back seat when needed. And you remember, Stephen A., that was the conversation. Is Kobe going to force it? Will he he threw that alley, man, and Shaq came down pointing, and you could see them jump into each other's arms.
The only reason I didn't put that moment up there, and I was there, but that back in the day, I was sitting in the rafters, I was Stephen A., but I was writing for the Philadelphia Inquirer, not being all over TV, so I didn't have the seats I would have now. But the point that I'm making to you is that the stadium was rocking. It was absolutely a sensational moment. But Shaq's, even though Kobe threw the pass after he shook off Scottie Pippen, by the way, who was a Portland Trailblazer at the time, the bottom line is the dunk by Shaq is why I didn't put that on the list, because Shaq dunked it. If Kobe had dunked it, it would have been different.
No doubt. I love the list, though. Yes. I love the list. And I heard y'all make y'all tribute to Kobe. The one thing I'll remember for sure, S.A., and obviously the basketball moments, is the legendary father he was.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's the story that we all should still tell, and I know y'all do it well. But you think about legacy. Legacy was happenstance because Kobe was going to be a great basketball player, and I feel like that was for us. And obviously his children, his family, his wife benefited from that. But ultimately, the legend and legacy will lie with his family and his girls that are still here. Obviously, we miss G. She was ascending as one of the best female basketball players in the country. But as a father that had the opportunity to play a professional game, you realize more and more as you get towards the end that my real legacy gonna lie with the people that I look in the face every day in my home. And I thought he was doing a tremendous job doing that while doing so many other things.
He adored his daughter.
We got to go to break. He bragged about Gianna.
She would have been at UConn. He said that every time.
And he told me years earlier,
Yep.
she's going to UConn.
Yeah.
She's going to play for Gino Auriemma.
Yep.
And that she's going to the WNBA.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.